In this video, I'm going to provide you one of the most impactful secrets that will get you completely never fapping again. You will never watch porn again after watching this. If you're somebody who still watches porn and you still do all that stuff, then you need a little bit more time and you need to keep doing these things that are going to completely skyrocket your results. But if you're somebody who's been trying, you've been trying not to jack off, you've been on Nofap for quite a while, you've had a few good long streaks and you've never really been able to sort of be consistent with it. This will absolutely help you 100% no matter what. This will genuinely double your results, and the year is now ending and we're going into 2024. 2024 will be the year, and you implement these key steps, bro, you will never jack off again. Leading into the next year, or by watching this video. If you're somebody who's new to this video, go ahead and watch my previous videos. You don't have to, but they will help. This next tip is something, like I said, I haven't said before, and it will generally help you out when it comes to stop fapping and watching porn and all that sort of stuff. And it is this: your mind watching porn and fapping is a lot worse to a brain that has been on heroin, bro. And I mean that. Heroin. Our brains deteriorate more whenever we fap and watch porn compared to heroin addicts. And if you're a young man and you don't understand why porn and fapping is so bad for you, I'm just going to give you a little bit of insight. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago, the only man that was ever allowed to see as many women as he wanted naked was a king. To be a king back in those days, of course, you had to work your way up, didn't you? You have to fight, and sometimes it was inherited to you. But the majority of times, kings had to become kings and conquer lands and stuff like that. They had to work for it. And they were the only people in the world that ever were so lucky enough to be able to just have access to naked women whenever they wanted. We live in a society now where literally 12-year-olds, 8-year-olds, bro, can just go on their phone and have access to unlimited amounts of women. The same privilege a fucking king back in the 1800s would have been able to do. And you can see how that messes us all up as men, because we're not really meant to. Once you jack off, it's pretty much the pinnacle of human evolution. You've sort of completed life. And if you're doing that every single morning on your bed sheets, bro, you're tricking your brain into thinking that you get unlimited amounts of women. Therefore, the motivation and the hard work and the testosterone in your body drops, because it doesn't need to grow. You don't need to be able to have this strong mindset to be able to take on the world and succeed because you're getting unlimited amounts of women, right? No, because that's what your brain thinks, but it's not actually what is real. So whenever you jack off onto a bed sheet, you're tricking your brain into thinking that you just did it with a woman, because that's what masturbation is. You're tricking your brain into thinking you're actually doing it. And the problem with that is if you do it 2, 3, 4 times a day, well then, like I said, the next 4 days you're just setting yourself up for failure, because the next 4 days you're going to be lazy, you're going to be lethargic, you're going to be weak, you're going to be wanting to do nothing. Because if you really think about it, it makes sense, doesn't it? If you're tricking your brain into thinking that you are peaking in life every single day, that you're constantly, ejaculating into these women, but you're not, well then why would your body need to sort of give you the sort of motivation and the fire? Why would it need to do that whenever you're simply getting the reward without putting in the work? Because that's what masturbation is. It's like running in a 100-meter race, but you're not running in the race. It's like you teleport to the finish line. You're not actually going through the journey to grow and develop and to work hard to then get that woman of your dreams to be able to do that in real life with. You're just closing your eyes and picturing that you're doing it to her, or you're even doing it to a photo of her or a video or whatever. Write that down on your journal in the most simplest form, and I want you to just take a screenshot of it and put it as a reminder on your phone. And the next time you do get an urge that you do want to jack off, remember that this thing that you're about to do is going to destroy you for the next 4 days. You're going to be screwed. If the next time you're about to get an urge that you do want to jack off, listen to what I just said, save this video, like it, save it on a playlist. I recommend making a little playlist for yourself called self-improvement and save this in it. And I want you to just do me a favor, right? I want you to just save it in that playlist, and I want you to, every single time you're about to do it, I want you to go into this playlist and watch this video, and watch my previous videos as well, because they also provide you with some good tips. But this is something, like I said, this is a mindset. It's not really so much a tip like the previous videos, but this is just something I want you to think about just before you do it. I get a lot of questions from people, and the majority of them are like, sometimes they just can't control it. And do you ever get that, bro, whenever you're about to jack off and you don't feel like you even have control over your own body? Do you want to know the number one way, the easiest way how to fix that? Say to yourself over and over and over and over again, you don't control me. You don't. And it may sound a wee bit wish-washy, but like I said, hear me out. Because see, whenever you have your hand wrapped around your choking your chicken and you're just about to start going at it, if you constantly keep saying to yourself, no, fuck this, bro, you don't have control over me. I'm not gonna let my body, I'm not gonna let this take over my life. You don't control me. I don't want to be like this anymore. I've done this for years and years, and I've tried to stop, and I've constantly kept failing because I constantly keep losing control. So no, fuck this, I'm taking control back. You know, have a little bit of awareness, and whenever you do have that sort of level of presence, then you can able to take control back over yourself and stop doing it. That's why I tell you meditation. Bro, if you wanna cure any addiction in life, it doesn't have to be masturbation. If you want to cure any addiction in life, if you want to cure depression, sadness, all of that, meditate, get good at meditation. Because the reason why we're all depressed and we keep jacking off, we're all addicted to stuff, is because we don't even have control over our own bodies. We keep doing all these harmful things. Whereas see, whenever we're present and we know what we want and we are always present, and in those moments where we could have a puff of a joint, or we could be watching porn, or we could be doing all these other harmful things, whenever you're present in the moment, you don't do it because you realize, no, fuck that. I don't, that's not me anymore. Like this video, don't waste your time looking back, bro. We're not going that way.